I am just elated this evening to make a very special presentation to you and the citizens of Tuskegee and Macon County. You have a listing on your agenda of the students who have been selected based upon a broad criterion to attend the inauguration of the 44th President of these United States of America. Tamara Gibson, come forward, please. Jaleesa Green, Hakeem Washington, Christopher Pride, and I also have with me one of the chaperones who will be traveling with the students, Ms. Bertha Howard. Would you please join me, Ms. Howard? We have 4 of the 7 students. One student told me, he said, Dr. Harrington, if I don't go to work tonight, I can't go. So the others are working. But we will have 7 students joining the grand inauguration in Washington, D.C. A very special thank you to the citizens of Tuskegee and Macon County who responded to my urgent call to sponsor these students. These are some bright students, motivated students you're looking at this very moment. I'm not going to go through a lot of the procedures, but they were all registered to vote. They participated in a mock election. They actually voted on November 4th. They've done their research, they've written their essay, and they are ready now to travel to Washington, D.C. I'm so pleased that Mr. Chief Frazier has been cooperative with us in getting transportation for them to travel. And I need the students to know that you're going to be very special in Washington, D.C. Your mayor, for an example, has made arrangements for you to attend a reception at the famed Smithsonian Institute. You will be the guest of the Community Healing Network. I have the tickets already in my hand. I also need you to know that you will be at a reception with the Presidential Inaugural Committee and the famed Tuskegee Airmen while you are in Washington, D.C. You also need to know that you will be breakfast guests at the SCLC, that is the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. I saw Reverend Laurie on TV today. You are going to be special guests. Tuskegee, we are going to be represented in Washington, D.C. And the list goes on and on. Every time I get a call, Chief, if we can fit it into the itinerary and the schedule, we will make certain that these students are exposed to everything that is available to them to enriching their lives. But I highlighted 1 or 2 sentences from each of them that I want you to hear, because I want you to know that these students are motivating as they go. What's your sentence? Would you come and read nice sentence? This is Christopher Pride, handsome Christopher Pride, I should say.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My sentence was, Barack Obama wasn't focused on becoming the first African-American president, but his main intention was to make the world and economy a better place and a state of life.
Good evening, I'm Jaleesa Green, and my sentence reads, the president-elect's presence is already making a difference in my lives and definitely the lives of others. Having had the opportunity to vote and make a difference in such a historical election by electing Obama, I have a newly found pride within myself.
Barack Obama, throughout his many works, serves as an influence to many people. He has changed the way the United States is viewed by other countries. He has also opened doors for the citizens of this country to do more and be more. He has given me newfound hope and dignity.
Good evening, my name is Hakeem George Washington. On the campaign trail, his campaign ran the slogan, "Yes, we can." Well, yes, we did. By voting that day in November, I felt like I helped accomplish something bigger than myself. I helped Dr. Martin Luther King's dream become something more than just a dream. Thank you.
All right. All right. That just gives you just a little flavor of the essays that they have written. They did background information on Barack Obama, how he was elected, and of course they had to talk about the significance of the election and how the election affected their lives. So the students are really ready to go. Someone's going to be looking at the Selma to Montgomery March, especially Bloody Sunday, and the 1965 Voting Rights Act. In other words, they've got to make a connection between what was and what is and what will be on January 20th in Washington, D.C. I'm going to ask the city of Tuskegee, as these students, there are 7 of them, as they travel with their very, very cooperative teacher, Mrs. Bertha Howard, and Dr. Leila Frank, Vice Principal at Booker T. Washington. I'm going to ask the citizens of Tuskegee to please pray for their safety and for their invigorated spirit. I have a feeling they will not be the same when they return from the inauguration of President-elect Barack
I'd like to
Obama.
thank Dr. Harrington. I'd like to thank Leon E. Chief Frazier for the initiative, the Revealer Express, his grandson, and all who made it possible to do this. This is not without a lot of coordination and a lot of energy to make this happen, and in such a short period of time. But there was a lot of people who contributed, and we'd like to applaud each of you for everything you've done, both seen and unseen, to make this happen. And we're going to give you some more information about what it is that Dr. Harrington was talking about.